Jack Sullivan, still missing.
Reading the words from a page he was handed at a vigil for his missing stepchildren, 6-year-old Lily and 4-year-old Jack Sullivan, Daniel Martel says it brought out a lot of emotions.
They had some RCMP speakers and people from the community, and there was even one guy who drove all the way from Sheet Harbor to come up and show his respect, so I appreciate that.
Lansdowne Station, May 2025. A message slices through the night's quiet. If she hadn't left, none of this would have happened. Daniel Martel types, his words a jagged accusation against Malehya Brooks-Murray, mother of 2 lost children. 6-year-old Lily Sullivan, 4-year-old Jack, vanished from their trailer, their boots gone, their laughter silenced. In Stellarton, lanterns rise, a community's plea for answers, but a war of blame festers. Daniel's finger points, Malehya's shadow flees. In true crime, accusations aren't grief. They're walls, locking the truth away. What did Daniel hide? Why did Malehya run? This fight buried the case's soul. Blame doesn't find children. It buries them deeper. When did the truth start to crack?
6-year-old Lily Sullivan and her brother, 4-year-old Jack Sullivan, are still missing in this rural area of northeastern Nova Scotia.
May 2nd, 2025, 10 a.m. A mother's scream shatters Lansdowne's dawn. Malehya Brooks-Murray dials 911, her voice raw. Lily, 6, and Jack, 4, are gone. The trailer's sliding door yawns open, mud smudged on the porch, no signs of a struggle. Lily's pink boots, glitter-flecked, and Jack's dinosaur boots, scuffed from play, have vanished with them. They hadn't been to school since April 29th, kept home sick, their drawings still taped to the fridge. By noon, 160 volunteers, shopkeepers, teachers, grandparents, descend on Gairloch's woods, their boots sinking in storm-scarred earth. Fiona's fallen trees claw at their hope. A whispered rumor, unconfirmed, haunts the timeline. A 6 a.m. call to the school, excusing the children before Malehya's cry. Was it a mistake or a signal? Malehya's 911 call echoes, her panic real, but questions fester. How did 2 children, so full of chatter, slip into silence? What did the morning conceal? Dawn didn't just break, it lied. What did the last glimpse reveal? May 1st, 2025, New Glasgow. A spring breeze carries Lily's giggle, Jack's chatter. At 2 p.m., they're seen on Main Street, with family. Lily's barrette catching sunlight, Jack's dinosaur backpack swaying. A shopkeeper nods, a passerby smiles. Then they're gone. RCMP confirm it. Video footage, eyewitnesses pin them here, the last public trace. Corporal Sandy Matharu, Northeast Nova Major Crime Unit, calls it a pivot point. Hours of dashcam footage, gas stations, stoplights, flood in, alongside trail cams from Gairloch's edges, April 28th to May 2nd. Yet May 2nd's dawn yields nothing. Why no Amber Alert? Matharu's answer is cold. No abduction evidence. But the Major Crime Unit's shadow, cast since May 3rd, suggests otherwise. Lily, who'd talk to anyone, Jack, who'd share his T-Rex tales, vanished from a crowded street. Was it a fleeting moment? Or a planned farewell? The sighting's warmth hides a chill. Who saw them last? And why? New Glasgow's light cloaked a coming dark. Did the search chase ghosts? The Nearline Pipeline Trail, a scar through Lansdowne's soul.
The search for the missing Sullivan siblings, Lily and Jack, will resume in the morning. Police announced they'll be joined by ground search and rescue teams to once again head into wooded areas. They're going to focus specifically on areas around Gairloch Road and the Nearline Pipeline Trail near the family's home. It's also where a boot print was found in earlier searches.
From May 2nd to 7th, 160 volunteers, Sarah, a baker with flour-dusted hands, Tom, a retired fisherman, comb 8.5 kilometers, their voices hoarse, calling, "Lily! Jack! Fiona's wreckage!" Snapped pines, slick mud, trips their hope. Canines, trained for miracles, falter in the tangle. Drones snag on branches. A May 3rd boot print, found near Gairloch Road, quickens pulses. Too large for Lily's pink boots, too worn for Jack's dinosaurs, it fades under scrutiny. Hope drowns in rain. May 31st, Amy Hansen, eyes hollow, leads 75 searchers back. Rain soaks their coats, blisters tear their feet. 8 more kilometers, no tracks, no scraps of clothing. Sarah weeps. Tom stares at the mud. Did the woods take them, or someone closer? The pipeline's silence is a wound that won't heal. The search found nothing but heartbreak. Why did Stellarton turn to prayer? June 2nd, 2025.
Tonight is about saying a prayer, and we're going to light the way home for them.
A paper lantern for 4-year-old Jack, another for 6-year-old Lily, released into the twilight sky as a beacon of hope.
Illuminate the path for Lily and Jack. Guide their footsteps home.
One by one, people placed candles, teddy bears, and angels outside the Stellarton RCMP detachment, a growing memorial as many questions are still unanswered.
Stellarton's twilight trembles with grief. 50 souls gather outside the RCMP detachment, their lanterns fragile against the dark. A girl, barely 8, sets a giraffe plush for Lily, her hands shaking. Candles drip wax for Jack. Angels gleam for Lily. A T-Rex toy stands guard. RCMP's Curtis McKinnon, voice heavy, vows to chase every lead. But the crowd's eyes fix on one absence. Malehya Brooks-Murray. Her chair, empty, sways in the breeze. A silent accusation. Some family lingers. Uncles, cousins, but the mother's shadow is gone. Why didn't she come? A woman whispers to her husband, "She's broken," or hiding. Stellarton's Vigil is a cry for 2 children, but also a plea for truth. In true crime, an empty chair isn't grief, it's a verdict. What keeps Malehya from the light? The lanterns burned, but not for all. Whose blame shattered the case? Daniel Martel stands at Stellarton's Vigil, June 2nd, a stepfather among mourners. But his voice betrays him, steady where it should break. A leaked message sent days earlier. If she hadn't left, none of this would have happened. He blames Malehya, who fled Lansdowne on May 3rd, her infant daughter, her only tie. Daniel's interviews are calm, rehearsed. He claims a polygraph cleared him. RCMP's silence says otherwise. On May 2nd, he searched, but his ATV, built for Gairloch's thickets, sat idle. He chose a sedan, useless in mud. A volunteer recalls his eyes. Not desperate, just distant. Is he a grieving stepfather or a man crafting a story? Photos show him with Jack, smiling, but the warmth feels staged. Blame is a blade, and Daniel wields it. What truth does he shield? Daniel's words cut, but don't confess. Why did Malehya vanish? May 3rd, 2025. Malehya Brooks-Murray flees Lansdowne, her car kicking gravel into the dusk. Her infant daughter, barely a year, is her only passenger. The trailer, once alive with Lily's crayon scribbles and Jack's dinosaur roars, sits cold. Malehya cuts contact, hires a lawyer, and vanishes from Nova Scotia's gaze. RCMP's Curtis McKinnon says she cooperates, privately, but her absence from Stellarton's Vigil, from every plea, is a wound. Whispers of a reserve hideout, where she might shelter Lily and Jack, swirl in Pictou's corners. Unverified, they crumble under scrutiny. A neighbor recalls her last days. She was quiet, eyes red, like she'd lost them already. Is it grief that drives her silence? Fear of Daniel's blame? Or a darker truth? In true crime, A mother's retreat is never simple. What broke Malehya's voice? Her silence screams louder than grief. What secrets does the investigation guard? The Northeast Nova Major Crime Unit works in a fluorescent haze. Their screen's a graveyard of hope. Since May 3rd, they've chased 355 tips, phone calls, sightings, hunches, each a spark that fizzles. 50 interviews, from neighbors to truck drivers, yield contradictions. Dashcam footage floods in. Gas stations, New Glasgow's stoplights, Gairloch's lonely roads, April 28th to May 2nd. Trail cams capture deer, shadows, but no pink boots, no dinosaur backpack. A rumored 6 a.m. call to the school, excusing Lily and Jack, unconfirmed, taunts CPL Sandy Matharu's team. Why no Amber Alert after May 1st's sighting? Matharu's voice is steel. No evidence of abduction. Yet the Major Crime Unit's presence screams otherwise. In 2024, digital forensics solved 60% of Canada's missing cases. Here, the data's mute. A tech pauses, staring at a blank screen. Something's not here. What was erased from the truth? The investigation chases a truth it can't see. What gaps hold the answers? The RCMP's evidence room in Truro is a tomb of unanswered questions. Boxes labeled Sullivan Case Tower, filled with 355 tips, 50 interviews, and digital ghosts. Dashcam USBs, Trailcam SD cards, April 28th to May 2nd, sit unplayed, their secrets locked. Dr. Ellen Carter, a Halifax forensic expert, studies the case from afar. Digital trails don't vanish. They're hidden. In 2024, 60% of missing cases turned on a single GPS ping, a deleted text. Here, Lily and Jack's trail is a void. Why no Amber Alert after May 1st's New Glasgow sighting? RCMP's silence, no abduction evidence, clashes with the Major Crime Unit's relentless pace. A sergeant mutters, "We're missing the key." What stopped the alert? Who silenced the data? In true crime, gaps aren't empty. They're deliberate. What truth lies in the shadows? The gaps hold the case's heart. Can one tip break the dark? Lily and Jack Sullivan are still missing, lost in a storm of blame. Daniel's accusations, Malehya's silence, Stellarton's lanterns, the RCMP's hidden gaps. Clues pile, but the truth slips. 2 children, their pink and dinosaur boots gone, wait for a voice. Share this video to pierce the dark. Got dashcam or trailcam footage from Gairloch Road or New Glasgow? April 28th to May 2nd to 2025. Call Northeast RCMP 902-896-5060 or pick 902-485-4333. Anonymous tips. Nova Scotia Crime Stoppers 1-800-22 TIPS or crimestoppers.ns.ca. In true crime, one tip can bring them home. Who buried the truth?